I had a conversation the other day, and the guy was like, if I had to move into my wife's house, we got married, I would do it, right? And I'm like, I would never do that. And he's like, well, whatever's best for the family, I'm gonna do. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Like I'm not going to do that, because there are just some certain things that as a masculine man, you're just not okay with. And it's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't let my woman drive me. She'll never drive me. Right? And y'all may not understand that. Right? But I don't want her driving me. It just don't feel right. I feel weird. And I may not have a real reason to explain to you why she's not allowed to drive me, but she not.
I think it became abundantly clear as you were talking. I was listening, and this has probably been the struggle. I think a lot of men don't know what it's like to be treated good, and maybe that's kind of just how I grew up. That's why it's always been somewhat of it's been an easy transition for me, because I've had female friends and I also have male friends. Like y'all said, being friends with men, you have a certain default. Like, you know what you're going to connect on. You know what it is. You know how we migrate. You know how we move. Where the women at, like MY was saying. There's certain rules, right? But on the flip side, see, I've also been treated great by women, young girls. So in my mind, growing up, I'm kind of like, yeah, they're nice. Like, why wouldn't you want them around? And I think that hasn't been most men's experience. So that's why it's such a, like, almost a knee-jerk reaction, even to the point to when they actually get a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, they don't think she's supposed to treat them good. Like, so many men's standards is so low for women. They really think like, oh, she's supposed to be mean. She's supposed to be have an attitude. I'm like, are you serious? And so that's why, to me, it blows my mind. I'm like, since I've been young, bro, women have always been good, been sweet, looked out, took care of business. If I call my homegirl and we about to spend time and I'm like, hey, can you swing by the store on your way and grab this? Say less. If I call my homeboy and say the same thing, people like, man, I ain't what? Like, it's a completely different experience. And we know it to be true. That doesn't mean that your boys don't look out for you. It's weird to me that your homeboy won't get you a 6-pack, but he'll throw a punch for you. It's just strange in my mind, right? So I've had the ability to have both. And I'm like, if you're a person, why wouldn't you want to interact with people that do look out for you and it ain't sexual? That's been my experience. So that's why, again, it just blows my mind. I'm like, so many times I've gotten jobs because of women. Certain women have taught me certain dance styles that I didn't ask to be taught. My homeboys have taught me a lot. I've learned, but because the fact that there's no sex there amongst men, then yeah, we connect on what we connect on. But it seems like it's only in this box. Like, you a man, I'm a man. We shoot, we fight, we talk about the women. That's it. And I'm kind of like, man, there's so much more complexities to life. There's so many more, colors and you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can be heterosexual, you could be straight. Like, being around women made it easier to get women, in my opinion. But
I agree with you on that. And I was speaking to in general, and I had my other experience, but I agree with you on.
I mean, everybody had some great points. I think it all boils down to it being subjective as to who is trying to establish this friendship. I think what has been made clear and apparent tonight is that there's just some people who just can't have those friendships, and that's perfectly fine. Like, there's no judgment. You're not less of a person. Like, you still it. That's just not your preference, and that's fine. I know for myself, for the longest time, I have been wishing, like, God, can you just let me see what it's like just to have a male friend? Because I've not had that experience. I've had guys, like you all are saying, they affect the funk, like, yeah, bro, I'm your guy. No, you're not. You just want to try. And it's like Ty said, it becomes very disingenuous and it's uncomfortable, especially when you have to do the rejection or letting them down, or we have to have a fallout. Now he's somewhere acting funny. He may even it's like reputation ruiners too. Like, they'll say they did something with you, or you did things with them and you didn't, or they'll like they'll do a smear campaign. Like, it's a lot of pettiness that goes into that. But I do have 2 male friends right now. The complete difference is, though, like, we literally went to grammar school together. Maybe that's what it is. Like, we were kids and we've grown all this time. Like, it's like 30 years now. But other than that, outside of those 2 men, I've never been able to establish a friendship. And I think that goes to what you guys are saying. Some men just can't have attractive women or women that they like as friends. It just doesn't work. And that's fine. And that's why I say I like coming on these panels, because you all widen and broaden our perspectives. and it becomes less limited to the only experiences that we've had. So thank you so much for that. um I almost wanted to say something to what True was saying, but it's like I think I just lost my train of thought. So I'm gonna land my plane. If it come back, I'll swing back around, but I just lost my train of thought. I land.
Listening to what True said, I feel like men don't even see men as human. like, like men don't even value their friends with men. I feel like we gotta talk to him about this whole thing. I think I'm being unfair in saying that men don't see women as human, and I'm like, I feel like men don't see anybody as human sometimes. So, yeah, that's the bigger problem. I I have never struggled to do anything that my friend asked me to do, like, hey, can you go pick up some groceries for the kids? Can you pick, like, he got a Doritos habit. I pick him up some Doritos. Like, I just, like, for his birthday, he all the way in another state, I send him Doritos. Like, or I just send him random stuff for his house. He need a rug. I sent him a rug. He need, you know what I'm saying? Like, women, we take care of our guy friends. I don't touch a wallet when I go out, but that's not because I wouldn't pay. I would always pay. I'm just gonna get cussed out if I do. But I find other ways to take care of my friend. So, like, anything I see that he needs, I don't tell him to buy it. I just buy it for him. So, like, it's many benefits, and we're not just users in these relationships. Like, we do things as well, and money is attached to some of those things. I I take care of all of the people in my life because, like, my thing is acts of service. Like, I'm gonna get you something substantial, something that you need, not just like a frivolous gift. He needed shutters for his house. I was researching shutters for his house. He's like, please don't buy me that. Because he live in Florida. I'm like, it's hurricanes. You need. I was finna buy him some shutters for his house. So, like, we are beneficial as well. I just had to be asked not to do stuff like that. But
Bo, do you think
that's
he
just my
look?
little sister.
Do you think your friend looks at you like more of a little sister or big sister than a friend?
Little sister. I'm younger. Yeah. Of course he
Okay,
does.
got you. Because that makes perfect sense to me. Like I believe in that dynamic of like little sister type of thing. Like I just think men, if we're friends with women, like we're more like of a mentors to some degree or big brothers type of,
I
like that's the
mean,
energy like that we carry.
yeah, he still like he so we over the years we became like family. Cause I mean, I met him when I was 16. That was 30 years ago this year. We were kids. But like we also had art in common. We were both creatives and all of that. But yeah, over the years, he's definitely been a big brother. And he preaches to me, especially about finances. Jesus, if I have to hear one more thing about the stock market, I'm gonna shoot myself. But he does. He treats me like a little sister, like he's my mentor sometimes. Yes, of course. He takes on that role. But so do I, because I know some of the things that he doesn't know. I am the little sister that tries to teach him things as well, especially about eating, because chicken nuggets is not going to get it. So, like, we all have our strengths. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one of the things that I think, right, is that, and this is for women who like really are attracted to like masculine men. I think that it's important to like really try to learn them, especially with this conversation, because there are things that you're going to love about them, right? And there are some things that you just may not like about them, and that's okay, right? But you don't. that's what I'm trying to like convey in this conversation is like, I had a conversation the other day and the guy was like, if I had to move into my wife's house, we got married, I would do it, right? And I'm like, I would never do that. And he's like, well, whatever's best for the family, I'm gonna do. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Like I'm not going to do that because there are just some certain things that as a masculine man, you're just not okay with. And it's okay. It's okay. Like I don't let my woman drive me. She'll never drive me. Right. And y'all may not understand that. Right. But I don't want her driving me. It just don't feel right. I feel weird. And I may not have a real reason to explain to you why she's not allowed to drive me, but she not. I just got back today and my girl was asleep. We both was tired. She's sleeping next to me. We both got left the same time at 11 a.m. and we got back at 7 a.m. And I'm like, I appreciate it. Like those are the type of moments I love. Like we both sleepy, but you get to sleep right here because I'm the man. And I love that. Right. So it's just certain things about masculine men you may not understand. And that's okay. But like when we had these conversations, I think, I like that we can kind of like learn a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, friendships with men and women are fundamentally different. And they'll never be the same as they are with other men. I don't even know if you can really call it friendship. For lack of a better term, I guess we have to. But there's always going to be a sense of responsibility, or there's always going to be a sense of like a need to protect. Or look, when we're young and we're taught how to treat people, the first thing is taught girls is sugar and spice and everything nice. Hold the door open for them, chivalry and all that. So already you are shaping the mind of young boys to look at girls differently than they see themselves. And it's not that they view them as being not human. It's just, you're not like me. And I don't think that we really want men to change that. I think when men get with other men, that's a time where testosterone and masculinity gets to run wild, unbridled, and that's necessary. That dragon you cannot keep in a cage all its life. And when men express their masculinity in an unbridled fashion, that's not an environment you want women in. It would repulse women, I believe. So, I mean, leaning on what Willie and Ma saying, when boys have their time and they play, they do that. It's like animals playing. It looks like they're fighting. They're not. And when women enter the picture, it's like, yeah, we can be friends, but don't see my friendship with men and want that. You're not going to have that. My friendship with you is going to look a lot more like sister, which means put you out in your pocket. I'll pick up the tab. I still got to open the door for you. No, you're still not going to drive. You're still going to pump the gas. You know what I mean? Like if I'm out with Willie, you know who's pumping the gas? Who's ever car we're in, right? There's always going to be these differences that will never be able to see each other the same way. I think it should stay that way.